Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, welcome back here to Snowman86. You join me on another episode of Catland Cross today. What we are at, we completed a mission there, which gave us this. I suppose we won't hide about it, the slurry tanker. So by completing that mission, we saved ourselves over 100,000 in equipment. So we did that, and what we are doing now currently is just working our fields, getting ready for our spring season here. So once we've this done, we will then dive into the Lemkin equipment, and we will look at a couple of the seeders. Definitely be getting a seeder for maize. So we'll be looking at buying one of those, and we'll have a look around for some tillage equipment as well, and just see what's on offer. That being said, there's been, I believe, 2 updates since I've last threw a video out, and those updates have, I think, again, just generally improved things. Still a bit to go, but added a couple of extra bits of gear along the lines of the cultivator and stuff like that, and seeders, which is handy. And there's definitely some smaller size gear there. There's a nice 3-meter seeder in there as well, and we'll be looking to pick that up as well. So with that said, as I say, we are currently just incorporating slurry into our fields. So we have a lot of work to do. As I say, we'll probably look at getting a second cultivator and getting the class working, the second tractor we have, also working in fields, just to speed up the process. And then once we get a seeder, that'll be on either this or again on the class, depending on size. And that's what we'll be looking to do. So for now, as I say, we're just doing it's not even slurry, it's digestate from the BGA. So we're going to be taking a trip back there shortly to fill up. Turn off cruise control, and we're just going to head down to the BGA here where we'll be able to fill up, and we'll be coming back here then again. We do need to wash our gear, look quite dirty there. So today will be a shorter run episode. As I say, I will try and do a lot of this off camera, not to bore you with the repetitiveness of it. I can't even pronounce the word. And once we get that out of the way, then we'll be diving into the new equipment and seeing what little features have been improved upon. There's still a couple of areas where it could do work, but again, as it's early alpha, we won't be too critical. What they have done at this stage to this stage is fantastic, so we'll take the positives out of it and we'll just keep going. So the way I've just seen it so far, definitely the money is in maize and also in doing bulls. Hopefully this year we'll see what these cereal crops are like. And we will jump out here quickly and just show you that we are working the BGA at the moment. I think we're close to 800,000 litres in the tank in the silo number 1, and we'll just quickly jump out and see what we're looking at. We do have it set to the worker to do it. So step on the brakes, and if I just look behind quickly, you'll see just a note there is nothing connected. And once we hit start here, we'll look behind again and you'll see our hose is now plumbed up. So that's nice little touches there. I believe they are looking eventually into where it's completely, you get out, attach the hose, open the valves, and start filling tankers that way. That was one of the original selling points in the game, and I do believe they're still working towards that. So as we just sit here as we fill our tanker, actually I don't know, does it still fill if we jump out? The answer is no. So we'll keep filling and then we'll jump out and we'll check our silos. Now I believe the money is accumulated on a monthly basis here in the VGA, so don't be worried if you are working the VGA and you don't see your money going up daily or weekly. I believe it's done on a monthly bias. So we're just going to pull forward here, park up, and as I say, we'll have a quick look around and see how it's going. We should probably put on our handbrake to save us rolling away. So if we shoot over here quickly to the silo, I think it was 800,000 or was it 600,000? Can't quite remember, but you'll see we still have 575,000 litres, just a little bit over that, 576,000 litres, sorry, of stuff left in our silo. And is there anything in here? Just to show it is working its way down there. We still have 28,000 litres in the bunker. And you'll see so far for the month we have, I believe that's 13,500, just under it, so that's not too bad. Accumulated income, maybe not so much 13, I think it's more 2,500 is what we have so far. So just, I'm sure that's the way it is, I could be wrong. So we'll see how it goes at the end of the month. We're on currently just over 100,000, so we'll see what we bump ourselves up to, but that is working away in the background, and I do find it a handy way of just keeping money, income to the farm rolling over. Handbrake. So it's just a handy way of doing it. So if you have any spare maize, definitely one, if you're planning on selling it, definitely to the PGA. Something we must do here shortly as well is a small clear out in our bulls, and we'll be replacing whatever we sell again. And we also want to test, what I'm looking to test there is if I put bulls into the paddock out the back instead of not in the shed, will they kind of thrive and survive there as well, or especially coming into winter and stuff, how does that play out? Because if they'll survive outside all winter, again, as not realistic as it is, but we can increase our cattle production. So that's something we'll look into. And considering that you can make the bones, I believe it's about 2,000 euros per cow is roughly the profit I'm making anyway. It might be different for others. I'm holding on to them for about a year and a half, 2 years old, and we're selling on then. So if somebody's doing it different, you can let me know, guys, if there's a better way for money to be made there. But even at that, I'm finding it, as I say, it's about 2,000 profit per cow, which is just a handy number. It's a nice healthy number. Or need to be on the next one over. So we're just going to set up our GPS. We have it down. That's lowered. Open our gate valves, and we'll just enable GPS. Now we're tracking across the fields at 10, I believe it's kilometers is what it's set to here. So we're just Nice and slow, steady spread. And as you can see on our mini map here below, these are the areas. Now, some of that mission that I was on about earlier was that field there in the middle. I believe it's field 39. And we will look to purchase that field, as we have put a lot of our own digestive out in it. So we want to reap those rewards. Obviously, fields 13, 14, and 16 are already planted, so we'll have to get in there with the class at some stage and the spreader and just throw out pellets. Um, so instead of a liquid, just to get our pH levels right there for our crop that's growing, and hopefully we'll have learnt our lesson from previous efforts where we did mess up a small bit on the amount of potassium we put in. It ended up being very high, so, and that did stunt some of our crop. So as we learnt, we do need to get our values right to get the best out of the crop, which is fantastic. Really do like that side of it. So for me, it'll be a bit of trial and error, and eventually we get it down right, and we should be golden after that. Also, something that has changed in the updates is the way the speed of the game is done now. It used to be, I think, 110 and 100, and it's now 1, 3, 6, 12, and after 12 I think it jumps to 120. And I just personally like playing on kind of 3 times speed. It just suits the kind of flow of the game for me personally, so that's what I like. So it's good to see that there. We're probably going to have to do one more trip, aren't we? We'll see. What we'll do here is we'll go right to the edge, just using the keyboard there, sorry. We'll flick it back to, I think this is the one we want to be on, is this? Yeah, we'll go for this one. So we'll enable GPS, kicks in there, and we're just going to track down the outside of the field and see how much we get out. So we'll empty the tank, and hopefully one more run should see us finish off field 23 here. So we are all out, so we're just going to shut up shop. And I believe we should be folded there. We are. So we're just going to take off down the road again. One more fill, and that will see us out of field 23, as I say. So one thing I do like about the game is, as we pull up the map here, and I can't see where I'm going now, but you'll see, we say even that field there, 39, just the different ways that the product has variated across the field. So it's not all uniform, and you'll see it even more so there in, I believe it's field 3, one that we previously owned, where either different speeds or different spread rates. It's a nice feature how it leaves its mark on the map. So I think every other field that we have at the moment, we probably will be looking to again plant maize, and coming into the next year then anything that we have maize in this year won't be staying it, we'll be changing it to a cereal crop before we flick back to maize again. So we will only have a couple of fields in maize, but again the idea being that we should hopefully have enough from last year and this year to keep our cattle alive mainly. Not too worried about selling it to BGA. If we do have anything excess, it'll be fantastic. But I think if we can afford field 39, we'll get it, and we will be sticking at maize, so that should make up for the 3 fields we planted this year as a cereal crop. So we're just going to fill our tank again. And just out of interest, we're going to dive in here and just see what we have left actually in our tanker. So if we go to tank and trades, and if we just scroll away down here, you'll see inside in our pump we have 350,000 litres, so that will drop away. We'll probably nearly empty that, in fact, by the time we're done all our fields. So it's important that we can try and fill it back up again, as it's more or less a free product that we can get. So we'll be interested, and you'll see also here in our farm storage, in storage number 9 and 10, we have 2 different types of fertilizer. We have granular fertilizer, and we also have triple superphosphate. So just 2 different types there that we can throw out. We've yet to use these for any crops, but I think we might this year with the cereal crop that we've done. I believe I think it's summer. If I just go to owned here and we click on field 14, it's summer wheat is what we planted. So I think it's field 14, 15, 16 is what we've done. So there are 3 cereal crops this year, and then next year they will be going to maize, and we'll have a large variety of crops. We will definitely be doing summer barley, and we'll do rye, and we'll see, we might even plant a couple in field grass, and that should enable us to get hay, which again we should be able to feed the cows with. So we might try that and see how it all works out for us. Fingers crossed it will work for us. Obviously, if we're aiming at the grass side life, again it will involve purchasing equipment, whether we go with a baler or a loading wagon. Not 100% sure yet. If you have any preference, leave it below in the comments, guys. So we'll finish this field off, and that will see us done for the day. As I say, I will work off camera, hopefully get the rest of the fields finished, so the next time we pick this back up we will be at field work, actually groundwork. An old tickle in the throat there, not sure if you might have heard some of that. So yeah, the plan is we'll finish this field, and then we will, as I say, jump back in and we'll be either cultivating or seeding. But we will be trying out the new Lemken equipment that's on offer. One thing I don't like is the kind of, it doesn't have a distinct path to the field, which is a small pet peeve, but it's just there. So I believe we're in this one. And again, we want to enable hit our cruise control. Hopefully our gate is open at the back. It is. So away we go, we'll just jump out here and so just appreciate the way it's working out here for us. Now we will be throwing back on the mini map in a second, as I do find it handy for when you're starting and finishing runs. Um, so yeah, sorry, I do find it handy when you're starting and finishing runs. It just makes life a bit easier for seeing exactly where you need to shut off and shut back on, so you reduce your overlap. And I think we're done. So we might have missed a small, nope, in fact we actually overlapped there a small bit. So we'll fold all this up and we'll be heading for the next video, which I believe is 17, and we'll be doing it all again. We're going to just go this way. So we're just going to skedaddle down the road here to field 17, and we're going to get working on that. So as I say, guys, this has been another episode of Cattle Crops. I've Mr. Only 6. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all again on the next one. Take care, guys. Thanks very much.